Yeah, so the reason why we chose the Bad Habits by Maxwell, always inspired by him, part of our musical journey from his first Urban Hang Suite album. And we just thought Bad Habits was a great musical challenge for us as we were developing this new sound as a semi-acoustic outfit. And we thought we'd push ourselves to the limit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. I think the song itself delivers a challenge, and it's a good challenge. It's something that we want to lap up. So I think that as a song for itself, even though it's by an artist, we saw KPS in that track. You know, something that we could try and do and maybe not necessarily enhance, just something that we could do to challenge ourselves. Because there are a lot of changes, tempo changes and vibe changes in the track. There's a lot of horns at the end. So it was a challenge to do it as a 5-piece. So yeah, we're kind of happy with the outcome.
The lamppost could do it.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, so I think Do For Love, when we were originally doing it as a 4-piece, was quite very sparse. And so it really presented the vocals, the harmonies, which is, I think, the strength of the band is the harmonies. Vocal harmonies really just carries. So you just don't want to get in the way of that. And that's where the guitar on its own was sort of like staying back. And then Jonathan came with a bit more keys and a bit more energy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it seemed to come together. So
yeah, that's the easiest part. I think most people, when they hear KPS singing harmonies, is one of the paramount things that we do go and recognize for. And songs like Do For Love just give us a chance to exploit that. And that's what we do best. And of course, working with musicians, you know, they tend to find it quite easy to work with that. Especially John mentioned that once upon a time, we almost create our own sound when we work that way. So the song allowed us to be able to work that way. It was easy enough, and that's one of our strengths. You know, it's what we recognize for as KPS. And now the Lamppost lads are bringing the flavor back.
Yeah,
boys.
That's exactly right. Yeah. And it's one of those songs that people, you know, they know. Musically, it's a blank canvas. Yep. It's the same thing over and over again. And where these guys have their strength is when they improvise.
Yeah.
So every time we do it live, Peabo will make a call, Karl, you know, Stevie will throw something out, and it just brings it. It's always fresh.
Yeah, it's just one of the things that we do. It's timeless. Yeah.
So it was nice to just get a version of it.
Another star. Yep. Stevie Wonder.
Good song.
Classic. I think just about everybody's covered it. We've done that song many a time, and in saying that, it's a long-time favorite of ours, especially with the fact that somewhere down the track, some people may know, maybe they don't, but yeah, we were able to spend some quality time with Stevie Wonder.
Absolutely.
And in a time when Jabulani was able to bring him down. He was in concert here, so we had the privilege of meeting him. So anytime that we get a chance to sing those songs, it's great.
Sure.
But in saying that, yeah, the song itself, I mean, come on, the groove, it gives us the chance to do what we do best.
Yeah.
And that's to, when we come alive, you know what I mean? It gives us volume and space.
Yeah. Now the song speaks for itself, I think. And how could you not want to do another star, even with the, you know, a stripped down version as the way we do it? And what kept it exciting for us, apart from the fact that it's so, you know, it's got a great little tempo. It's got a great little vibe about it. The fact that it's Stevie Wonder, of course. Yeah. But Stuart was able to also bring something in at the end of it. You know, we end up doing adding a Doobie Brothers classic, Long Train Running, and that just had to feature in this, you know, as part of this track. And again, it's all about the energy. Another Star is energizing in its energy, and the Doobie Brothers track that Stuart brought lifts the song to another level as well. So we just had to do it.
That's just one of the things that we do. Just to do it. When it grooves, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's what we're all about.
So for me, my story is with KPS Jam, yeah? So I learned R&B, mold, grown, through KPS Jam. So KPS Jam vocals for me is just like the whole section, but it's done with vocals, yeah? So years in music, KPS Jam shaped me to be the keyboard player who I am in the R&B scene in Melbourne. That's good, Paddy.
Nah,
I take that as a compliment. Thank you. And our vocal sound with Stevie, Peabo, and myself was developed through trying to duplicate or present songs, covers that we were doing that were 5 and 6 part harmonies back in the day of the 90s, New Jack Swing and all the rest. And we just learned how to deliver that with just 3 of us. And I think that's what brought the sound. And then, we evolved into the Lamppost Lads, which is generations of the Joyce family of musicians and all the rest, getting up at family dues and all the rest. And we're so grateful to the Jabalanis, Uncle Mati from Scarab, Uncle James, Dodie, Third Dimension, and we were just little kids listening, and that is part of our sound evolution. It's all about family, soul, and togetherness.
Coming together, Lamppost Lads, and especially with the musos that we got, you guys, Stuart and John, very easy to work with, because KPS has always been family orientated. We known to be larrikins every now and again, but when it comes to music, we don't have big egos with it, right? It just happens.
Yeah.
We laugh, we carry on, but when it comes down to work happens. You know what I mean? Everybody's got their spot, everybody's got their space. We're very passionate about it. We'll argue about it. But in the long and the short of it is that we actually just do want to get it together and do justice to the songs, to ourselves, and of course we challenge ourselves all the time with it, and that's what makes it easy, and we don't get into each other's space too often, especially with three guys singing. We have a almost kinetic way of saying, yeah, you take that moment and you take that part. We don't sing over each other too much, and of course with the musos, that's what happens. You feel it as well too. Exactly when to come in. And with John, he's been playing for years, so he knows what it's all about, and he's got a lot of vibe and feel. So yeah, we're lucky to have musos that have worked that particular way with us as well too. They know what we want, and we give everybody a space and a time to harness their craft. That's what we do, and that's given us longevity, I think. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, that's right. And Peabo made a good comment before when he was talking about why you guys have been played in all different, music scene in Melbourne is big. We've played with lots of different people.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, keep coming back to where you feel you're comfortable.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
And you're enjoying yourself. Because if you're enjoying yourself, the audience is going to enjoy what you're doing at the end of the day.
True.
And what I was saying to Peabo, music is about playing music. It's not about working music.
Yeah.
If you're having a good time, sometimes people get too stressed about this and that and small details and fussy intros and just didn't have a good time.
There's a time and a place for it all,
See
but
where it wants to go.
that's where the lads are at. Yeah.
The audience is part of the performance, I think.
Exactly.
And if you get a good crowd, you'll have a great performance. And if you don't, you vibe off each other.
Exactly. Yeah, now we're there.
Yeah.
We're there.
No. No, it's like with music being the way it's not, then this is not by design. If nothing happens through osmosis, then I think it's just too manufactured. I think if we can actually live off the fact that we want it to be a surprise every single time, and then you feed off the surprise, that's the energy, that's the vibe. It's got to be that way. So no, not a lot of things catch us off guard. We do get caught off guard at times when that worked. Hey, that worked. Okay, let's do it again. But no, not really. Well, from my own experiences, no. And I couldn't answer the question in a more esoteric manner than that. So the music really does drive the bus. Whatever comes is a great surprise. Always is.
Basically, what you're saying is you are comfortable only when you are uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's got to be that way. I think it's got to be that way. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to put yourself, it's very zen. You want to put yourself on the spot and then see what happens.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's not like we're cutting people open or flying planes. We're just playing songs. If we hit a wrong chord,
absolutely.
Big deal. You start the next song. It's
The beauty of music.
the beauty of music.
Names. Names of bands. names of musos, what we're gonna sound like. The age-old thing, is it catchy enough, not catchy enough? So KPS came about, was sitting on the couch one day in my granny's house. We debated about it. Karl had turned up from South Africa a little bit later on. We had a few other bands prior to that, myself and Peabo. But once it was put together, my auntie Tess, she just said, yep, come up with a name. And we mulled over it. There was 3-point this and PowerPoint 3 and all the rest, but we kept it simple. Hence the word KPS Jam came into play. And then new projects formed. We have one of the recent ones now, as UB has, Lamppost Lads. Quick background story, quite simple.
Yeah. My fantastic uncle.
My dad.
Stevie's dad, Uncle Des. He gave me my nickname when I was born, Carlos Monzon. Anyway, he had a way with words. Yeah. Wordsmith.
Yeah.
To a great extent. So the family always got together, sung, and just had a jam, a cappella, guitar, so many generations of music. I think I mentioned it before. And after a few do's, Uncle Des came up to us and said, hey, this thing needs a name.
Yeah.
And he gave us the name.
It was from the background. It was we come from South Africa, and in South Africa, you always had these guys singing around or standing on a corner under a lamp or a street light, And he came up with that, my dad always had this vibe. He was like, the lads, the lamppost lads. And it just stuck, with the older generation. And we're there now. The Journey, surprisingly, the name that Jabulani had as well too. Yeah. The journey that we embarking at the moment, I should say, is exciting. It's not necessarily new, but it is definitely refreshing with the likes of yourself. It's an honest rendition of where we're at. And it can develop, you know what I mean? This is the beauty of what we do, it does develop.
100%. With the soul in the music. So people talk about soul in music, sometimes they don't understand it. What is soul in music? It's what we are doing right now.
Yeah.
So we're just not doing for the sake of playing music. We believe in what we are doing, and that's what brought the soul and the authenticity of what we do.
Yeah. And when you say, we wear our hearts on our sleeves, and our vocals and our energy out there, and hopefully it transposes the same way. And we try not to disappoint in ourselves and hopefully the audience that watch it, but we do enjoy it.
Lamppost Lads on a journey of music, experience, live expression. Social media is taking us on this journey to start with, but we're going to see you in person at a venue near you.
All right.
Coming to a lamppost near you.
Bring the lamp. I like that. Yeah.
Oh.
That clack.
Lamppost Lads on the couch.
Well, Chris, you asked me, why did we do
You couldn't wait for him to click like that down so you could say that shit. Click that clack. Oh, you got the question? He doesn't play for the question. See, you have the question on the screen. Question can be on the screen. We know what the question is. Yeah, you just have to. You broke the click clack. No, and you broke the door. What's going on here? No, take two.
All right. You're gonna laugh. I can see you already got tears in your eyes.
Stop crying.
Already, Jabulani's.
kick it?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Cool Moti. Spike Lee.
Yeah.
Spike Lee.
It's very